really think anything goes for you, because remember, she's Sha'Carri Richardson. She's Nicki Minaj follows her on Twitter, right? So if you are a person that has that kind of arrogance and you're enabled by society to believe that anything that you do and say is okay, I could see her complete. Like if they literally said, "Look, we'll let you two get on the plane, just no more funny stuff, no more ridiculousness," it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have
Mm-mm.
worked.
No, she needed to experience this consequence
Yes,
for her
yes.
behavior. She really needed to experience this, all of this.
Mhm.
She needs to experience it, and maybe she will self-reflect. I mean, it's gonna require her to self-reflect. What state were they in? I don't know what airport they were in. If be inter she's gonna
Well,
have to come back. Um,
I'm sure we could Google it, but I'll say this: she's gonna probably just really have to get humbled, and if it hasn't happened, I don't believe it's happened yet. I think that she's gonna be maybe 40 years old and look back and like a lot of us, really, and realize some mistakes she made when she was young. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm through it all though. I'm still rooting for Sha'Carri.
mhm, mhm.
I was rooting for her like because she reminds me of some of the kids I've mentored who were self-sabotaging and things
Oh,
like that. And I rooted for her also, like when she went to the World Championships last year, and she just did a great job. I don't know. I'm a track fan. I was a track coach, and one thing about Sha'Carri, people don't notice, but I was really worried. I didn't think we could beat the Jamaican women. It was because of Sha'Carri, who was actually fast enough to keep up with Sharika Jackson. Because the year before, Sharika Jackson chased down TT Terry like nobody's business. I mean, like all TT, one more stride, she would have beat TT Terry. So, but Sha'Carri ran stride for stride with her. So this girl is so talented. And I think that one thing that frustrates me about her is that yeah, I hate seeing a super talented black person lose out on so much because they won't simply submit to something, submit to your goal. Like everybody's just so scared to submit, and everybody wants to run around like ain't nobody gonna tell me nothing. No, if you want to be successful, submit. Like first, submit to your therapist. Just say, okay, what do I got to do to be emotionally healthy? Submit if you're dating Christian, you want it to work. Submit to the relationship. What do I got to do to get along with this man and make his life better? Submit to your goals as an athlete. Submit to your peace. Right. And that is, to me, submission is the key to growth. What I've
okay.
submitted
I'm not
to,
okay. Yeah, the way
wait,
you
my version of submission, not submitting to a person. I'm talking about submitting to an idea or a standard. That's what I mean.
I don't
Every
know.
day when I get up and I achieve my goals, I'm submitting to a standard. When I roll out of bed when I don't want to, I'm submitting to the goal of doing what I need to be healthy. When I eat the salad instead of the fried chicken, I'm submitting to that goal. When I sit down and I work, even when I'm tired, I'm submitting to the standard of who I want to be as a human being. When I choose not to fight with my wife, when a fight would be very easy to do, I'm submitting to the fact that I want to stay married. I want to keep a stable family. So I think that young people that are not trained to submit to something are never
Huh.
going to be successful.
Yeah,
Feel free to share what you think about that.